Hey guys, I am here with a Project 20 Pan all makeup update for you. And I'm not going to show everything. Sorry if you can hear the kids screaming in the background. There's a daycare that's in my apartment complex, so sometimes you can hear them. Yes, tiny voices travel far. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited. I've finished 3 things so far. This is my first update on this project. So I think finishing 3 things is awesome. So let's start off with the 3 things that I finished. These were things that I kind of knew I would finish, or else I had a pretty good idea that I would finish them fairly quickly. So the first thing that I finished was my MAC brow pencil in Fling. This does not twirl up anymore. It just, it's done. I really enjoy this pencil. I still really like it. I'll back to MAC this plastic packaging, and I will certainly look for this again when I go to a CCO. I don't think I have another one of these. I might. Yeah, I know that's terrible that I don't know, but my makeup collection's in a bit of disarray, as is my life, but anyway, so I will check on that. I don't think I have any more of those, but if I do, I will gladly use it up. It is a great taupey color for any blondes out there that aren't super golden. So if you're blonde and you've never tried Fling, I'd definitely say try it out. It's pretty cheap, and the Maybelline Define a Brow is a pretty close dupe to it. However, you get more product in here that actually outweighs the cost. So cost per ounce or gram, however I figured it out, is actually cheaper to go with the MAC pencil. Plus then you get to back to MAC it. So happy about that. The next thing that I finished was my Dior Lash Primer. This is a deluxe size sample Dior Show Maximizer base mascara. It's pretty gunky. There's definitely still stuff in here, but it wasn't working the way it had been working previously. I have another one of these. These were 100 Point Perks at Sephora. I wouldn't purchase the full size. I prefer the Lancome Faux Cils over that. I feel like the Faux Cils, it's a bit drier, and I like drier formulations for my mascara. So that was good, but nothing terribly exciting. I also finished that matte brow bone shade that I had. It was just a pan that had been depotted from my Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral matte palette. It's like 20 tiny pans like this. I finished this out. I had been using this lash line to brow to set my primer and just sort of give me an all over sheer wash of color. There is a little bit in the corners, but it's too hard to get out, and I'm okay with that. So those 3 things are done there. Let me show you some other things that I made some decent progress on. Well, this I didn't really make progress on, but I'll just talk about it. I've used it a couple times. The Laura Mercier Mini Gloss in Rosé. This is a beautiful color. It smells delicious. Unfortunately, I kind of lost it. I also lost my lavender lip salve, which was huge and really needs my attention. I refound it, but I forget where I put it. Again, my life's been in a bit of disarray lately, so please excuse that, but I will find them all and complete them all in due time. There is no rush on this for me. I've also worn MAC Copper Class, which was my pigment sample that I had in here several times. I didn't really measure it. I don't feel like there's any good way to measure it. It's definitely a chunkier pigment. That's what I'm wearing on my lids today and underneath my lower lash line. It's actually really beautiful. It's much more purpley than I thought. Than it looks in the pot, in the jar. It looks a lot more purple and cool toned on than you would think. So I have made significant progress on this. This was it is my MAC Icole and Teddy, which is a gorgeous color. Ladies, brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes. If you've never tried this, please go try it on. It looks phenomenal on my blue-green eyes, and I've heard people that have brown eyes love it as well. So I think it kind of goes for any eye color. It's gorgeous. As long as the kohl formulation works for you, it's beautiful. What I've been doing is just doing a really rough line, sort of with a bit of a wing, and going all the way over to about where my iris stops, and then smudging it out with a Q-tip. It's super easy for work. It makes my eyes look crazy intense. I like this formulation. I don't have issues with it smudging. It just looks like a normal brown there, but it has these beautiful like micro shimmers. It's gorgeous. It is. It's truly gorgeous. It's shorter than my index finger now. And I probably, at least right now, I'm feeling that I would repurchase this when I run out of this. And I don't think I've ever said that about a Project Pan item before. I really don't typically say that a lot. So I've been totally loving that, and using that has been absolutely a dream. Here's my Tarte CC Eye Primer. So last time I was up there on that upper line on the cap, and now I'm at that lower line. Ugh, it's really hard to get this off, so I have that much left. I don't know, I've been using it every day. I don't know. It's one of those things that just kind of takes forever until it's done, I think. So yeah, it's an okay primer. It doesn't, my eyeshadow doesn't crease or anything, but I've never had primers that didn't really work for me, so take it for what it's worth. One of my items was 3 of the little samples like this from Urban Decay of the lip stuff. This is Sheer Lady Flower, and that's actually what I'm wearing today with Too Faced Naked Dolly on top. But I did finish Sheer Anarchy. This was a sort of hot pink color, was gorgeous, loved wearing it. I don't need to buy a full size though, it wasn't that amazing to me. But Sheer Lady Flower is really pretty, and I've been working on that, so that's good. There's a nude color, Sheer Walk of Shame. Haven't started that one yet. That's fine. And I mentioned my Too Faced La Creme and Naked Dolly, and this is the line for that. So it went from up here to down here. And really, I didn't wear that this much. So if I really committed to wearing this, I'm sure I could use it up in like 2 weeks, but that's okay. I'd rather just take things one day at a time. I've made very significant progress on this. This is my Clinique Super Primer Universal Face Primer. I went from up here to down here. I got this for free from work when I worked at Sephora. And yeah, so I don't think this really does anything special. It feels just like a moisturizer to me, but it was free, so I'm using it. And yeah, I've made a lot of progress, and this will probably be the next product that I'm done with. So, unless I step up my game on that gloss or something. This I've made no significant progress on, but I wanted to tell you guys the story behind this. So this was my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. Can you guys see how it kind of goes in right here and then it goes out? I, being the brilliant person that I am, wanted to sit this in a cup of hot water so the product would fall down to the bottom and I could measure it, right? Because that's what we do here. Well, my water was too hot, and I guess I had this closed too tightly because this is the line where the water was. It actually deformed it. I'm thinking that just sort of made like a seal type thing, and yeah. So don't do that. If you're gonna put your stuff in hot water, make sure it's not really that hot. I didn't think it was that hot, but I guess it was. So lesson learned. I've made a decent amount of progress on this next product as well, and I've been loving using the concealer, by the way. It's a terrific concealer, but yeah, don't be an idiot like I was. I've also made terrific progress on this bronzer. This is the Buxom Bronzer in Maldives, I think is the name. Yeah. So before I had a tiny little spot of pan. The pan is definitely bigger, and if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, it's quite flat up here. I had been using this as an eyeshadow as well, and that's where I was focusing my brush, up on the upper part of it. So I've really made a decent amount of progress on that. I'm wearing that bronzer today. That's the Becca highlight, but I have the bronzer on lower. Yeah, I've been enjoying using this. It doesn't, the coconut smell is quite faint now, which is a bummer because I really loved how it smelled, but it's going good. It's pretty. It's summertime, so I can get away with wearing a bit more heavy-handed bronzer, so I've been enjoying that. And I think the last thing that I have to update you on is my Makeup Forever HD blush sample. I used it a couple times. I'm nowhere near being done with it. Holy smokes, there's a lot of product in this little bitty sample. So, and this is in 410, which is a gorgeous, sort of like slightly dusty corally color. I really love it. It reminds me of the 60s, and I think it's gorgeous. But yeah, oh, my Becca Beach Tint, I don't know where that is. I was using that a lot. Let's see what else. The Prim and Proper blush, I'm wearing that today. Nothing has happened in that. The Urban Decay liner in Stash, been using that a couple times, but not too much. The Mini Caviar stick, haven't been using too much of that. The Fresh Tulip fresh lip treatment thing, I don't know where that is, I have to find it. Half Baked, haven't really used that. So I haven't used a ton of these things, but that's okay. This can take as long as it needs to take. And I finished 3 things, which I think is awesome. And so now I can sort of, and I'm going to finish that primer soon for sure. I know that that'll finish soon. And maybe I can get through the rest of those lip samples and the Too Faced lip, and maybe make some more progress on the bronzer, because my goal for this bronzer was to use it up completely, which will probably take me at least 3 months more from where I am, and that's if I continue to wear it pretty much daily. So yep, this is definitely a longer term type of project pan, but I'm okay with that. As for my no buy, I did make a purchase again because I'm a terrible person. No, MAC had a sale. It was $10 off of 50, and I actually ended up making 2 separate purchases. So I got some eyeshadows that I've wanted for a long time from MAC, and I also got Face and Body and a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, which were 2 items again that I've been wanting to try for a while, and I just had never gotten around to it. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I haven't been doing any impulse buying in terms of like drugstore stuff or, you know, whatever. I have so many mascaras that even like drugstore mascaras aren't appealing to me at this point in time. And so yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing Dip Brow on my brows today. I don't know if I like it. I feel like it looks really strong, but I think I was just used to having the MAC brow pencil in Flang. So anyway, guys, that is my Project 20 pan all makeup update. 3 items down, 17 to go. A couple of them are lost. That's okay. They will be found. Everything that's lost gets found again eventually. Right? Is that the saying? No. It's everything that goes up must go down. Well, anyway, guys, I hope that you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your summer. It's beautiful out here. Yeah. That's all I got to say. How are your project pans going? How are your Pan That palettes going? I don't know. I keep telling myself I'm going to have a blog sale and I never do. So, I don't know. If any of you have had blog sales and have success stories or unsuccess stories, please let me know. I keep thinking I'm going to do it, and it just seems like such a pain. It seems like such a pain, but you know what? If I wouldn't have bought so much stuff, I wouldn't have to do it, right? Anyway, guys, talk to you later. Bye!